The Prophecy of the Throne.
Alright, what's up guys? I'm the Little Devil, welcome back to another video. I know it has been a while since I last posted. I've had no internet really for the past few days. No, I only recently got it back working. And I will be posting again like once or twice a week, depends on whatever I can record or whatever I do get. But this game has been out for a week. I did get it beforehand, but I wasn't able to record it, unfortunately. But I have done about 30 minutes worth and a bit more, so there will probably be a video on probably Thursday, potentially, if not Friday. Depends on whenever this one gets released or whatever. But I do really like this game. I have watched this series, so I do know what happens. If you haven't watched the series yet, I recommend watching it before watching anyone play ReZero, since it does contain a little bit of spoilers, and I do say some stuff about the game. Oh, not game, but movie series. So it's not that bad of a series, but basically the guy's just a big simp in the end. He's still a simp the whole series, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do like this game and all, so yeah, let's get into the video.
Good. And finally, raise both arms and victory!
What the hell's going on here?
Victory!
Okay.
You really bring out the life in everyone, Subaru.
I do? Oh, he does,
You
really?
may even be more popular than Rom and Rem.
Don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I did kind of put my neck on the line to save the village.
Well, you were
And
the one who
just like a
basically
true
got it all
gentleman,
destroyed.
I didn't hang it over their heads either.
Nice cap.
Surely such a gesture will have Mealy falling head over heels for me once more.
I
Nah.
don't recall ever having such feelings for you in the first place.
Exactly. She don't love you.
Besides, I think their impression of you is a bit different. In their eyes, you're more of a sage than some legendary hero.
Damn straight he is. He ain't.
You know, because you're so knowledgeable about so many peculiar things.
But what? This guy retarded. He ain't from the world. He from
Guess
another.
I'm my own, believe it or don't, huh? But I'm pretty sure the only thing they've caught on to are my radio calisthenics.
This morning, these early morning exercises ended up being way more popular in the villages than I expected. Yeah. It's so much a bigger event than half the village. Every time, even today.
What
Well,
else
you're
have I
doing
taught them in
something.
such a short amount of time? Nothing really comes to mind.
What have you done for the village really, but
Either
make
way,
it suffer?
it's been about a
What
month
you're
since I
doing
came
everything
to
for
this
her. A month? Ugh. Focus on Amelia. Think back to what happened. I know this guy's a big simp for Amelia, but I sure as hell ain't. I ain't no simp for her.
All of this, my blood, my
Who knows?
life's flowing out of me. I'm going to die soon.
You
I
die?
don't
Ah,
wanna
it's
die.
cap.
No way. Because
I
hang on.
am in love with
No
Amelia.
matter what
Isn't that it?
happens, I'm gonna save you.
This guy, big simp. This moment I, Subaru Natsuki, died from the first time in my life, marking the beginning of my strange fate. With your death to revive, or whatever it's called. And it all started several hours ago.
Wait a minute. Have I been summoned to another world?
Hell yeah. Though we meet an unfamiliar city, it is an equal unfamiliar world. From the looking of things, it seems like some kind of fantasy world. Or what else would it be? You're in another world. Remember, demi-humans walk alongside humans with giant lizards pulling carriages down the main
This is
roads.
just some sort of elaborate prank. I seem to have been reincarnated in another world.
But you didn't die, you just teleported from what I could tell. Vanished and appeared in here out of nowhere from the shop that you're at. spaceship to another world, but that wasn't the biggest problem here. Where was everything that normally came along with this fantasy stuff? Not pretty heroes and no weapons anywhere, no special abilities either, as far as I could tell. Why, because you didn't die. What's so special about you?
Program if you want to satisfy lazy-ass kids like me. Oh, my bad.
Hey, this is the part where he gets, jumped by 3 guys, and he gets saved, and he stops simping.
You around here? Cough up everything you've got, unless you want to get hurt.
Bitch, you won't hurt me. You guys got on my case spouting typical lines you hear from thugs like them. I decided to call them Ton, Chin, and Can. They threatened me, punching me, and kicking me all over. I was beaten to a pulp without a chance to fight back. Was that really it? I had done anything yet. Was I really going to die after all in a place like that?
That's enough!
Emilia! This biggest check. No. Then a voice rang out like silver bells, and there stood an unbeatable.
I can't overlook what's going on here.
And then Subaru falls in love with her, and then he does everything for her at that point on.
Mess with us, will ya? I don't care if you're an aristocrat or magic user. Let's surround her and kill her!
You kill someone.
Try if you dare.
A familiar,
Do anything to her,
the cat.
I'll haunt you and your kin forever. Not that you'll have any kin if I take care of things now.
This got weird.
Use these spiritual arts! Damn it! We won't forget this!
Run, pussies. Cute silver-haired girl had saved me from danger. Our encounters had determined how I would be living in this world. I truly believe that you fell in love. Her name, which I didn't know at the time, is Emilia. Put simply, she's nothing less than an angel. She's an elf. And Flying Cat thinks a spirit of hers named Puck. He also saw of abilities not mentioned. His very fluffy fur is oh so amazing to pet.
You really saved me there. Thank you.
Don't get
Yes,
the wrong
thank you.
idea.
But I'll
I
die
only stuck
5 more
around
times
because
and
there
do
are
this
some
all over
things I want
again.
to ask you.
About your little badge, was it? She proceeds to explain that she's been looking for something. Even though she was super busy and in a hurry to find it, she was still stopped to help me out. Despite that, all she did afterwards tell me to be more careful next time. She even tried to leave without me repaying her. How could I not help out a girl like her? And it had nothing to do with the fact that she's totally my type, and then he becomes the biggest simp in the world.
Mind letting me help? I want to repay you somehow.
There's no need for that. You already answered my question saying you don't know anything about it. That's adequate compensation for healing you.
Is it really? You're looking for your
You're a
badge
real
which you
stubborn one, ain't ya?
really need.
Then I'll help you for my own sake. I'll be doing one good deed a day. How's that?
Yeah, but you don't keep your word.
Alright, but I won't be able to offer you any reward.
What could you offer me? You're broke.
I don't seek out good deeds for compensation, so just leave it to me. Oh, by the way, I haven't heard your name yet.
It's Emilia.
It's Satella.
So tell her that's
see.
Cap.
Satella it is. Nice to meet you.
Huh?
Did I say something weird?
Yeah, did ya?
No, it's nothing. It's nice to meet you too.
How tasteless.
Shut up. I'm trying to simp ya. The name Emilia is first identified herself to me with a persona. What? Could you say an alias? The Witch of Envy went by the name, which was why Puck pointed out her statement was poor in taste. Although Amelia said it was for my own condition to deter any further involvement, of course that was something I'd only find out about her
So
later.
this thing you're looking for, an insignia, was it?
Yeah, that's what it was
Yes,
called.
it's a
I forgot
very
about that.
important item. But someone stole it from me.
Oh, then they want to become the queen of the ruler of the
If it
land.
were anything else, I'd give up on it. But I can't let this go so easily.
Give up on it? What do you give up on it in the series? Absolutely nothing, just about. And so we walked around the royal capital in an attempt to figure it out where her insignia has taken off to. Although I did not I did end up being very useful, I couldn't read or anything in this world after all, nor did I understand this way. This world works pretty sure I was getting in the way. Damn straight you were.
So, the slums are where
find it
stolen
that
items get
quick,
pawned
did they?
off.
I thought I found it the second time
we
he
go
died.
inside that loot house or whatever?
As I said, that insignia is very
Complicated.
important, so...
We need to
She
get it
needs
back
it
no
to
matter
be one of the
what,
candidates.
Right? Alright then. Let me scout the place out. I'll
And
redeem
you
all
go
my
in.
blunders with this.
And you die.
Okay.
And you
But please
go
be
all
careful.
the way around and around and around like 5
will.
times.
I might not get back till later, so feel free to have dinner without me.
As if you
Oh,
could pay
don't
for
be
it.
so silly.
I have to say this was the silliest and happiest moment for me. I mean, I did finally gotten her to laugh. But was it all worth it?
Excuse me. Whoa, it's so dark in
I
here.
don't know about you guys, but I would not simp for her.
Huh? Is this blood?
Yep.
It appears you found me out. I suppose I have no choice then. How unfortunate.
Indeed. I thought you were stabbed in the back, not like that.
Burns.
Does it really burn when you get stabbed? I was entirely sure what had happened. What had just happened? All I felt was burning sensation coursing through my stomach and mind went blank shortly after. I was so preoccupied that I was unaware of my current surroundings. I'm not sure if I'll ever forgive myself for that, or because I let that pain distract me.
Kyle?
Oh no, she dies now. And she drops. He crawls his way towards her. As I lay there fading in and out of consciousness, it hit me and that Amelia had been struck down by the blade's assault.
Hang on. No matter what happens.
I will protect you. Oh no, I thought he was going to protect her. I'm going to save you. And then death by rebirth. I can't remember where he called it, but he called it something dumb. And then I experienced my first death since arriving in this world. He's talking to the merchant.
Hey, what's the matter with you, kid? Look like you've seen a ghost or something.
I just came back to life. When I came to where a strange looking guy was standing before me, all I could do was stand there still confused. I'd go on to find out that this was a save point for me. Was it a save point or was it just a checkpoint that you can come back to once you die? Save point, I'm beginning to dislike that phrase. Wherever I die, I'm brought back to a specific place and time in the recent past. Well, because you died, gives you some time, can give you 3 days, a couple hours, a whole day, or whatever. I've been sent to this world without any sort of cheat powers, but I've given the single bit I can call it return by death. But I don't become fully aware of it until sometime later. Like after dying like 20 times. Anyway, my troubles were far from over here. I ran off, still confused by what happening. All I could do was make my way to the loot house. Why is my English so bad today? This time I felt the thief who snatched Amelia's insignia and the old man inside. We should have technically been enemies, but I couldn't find it in me to hate them for whatever reason. In fact, after we chatted each other up for a bit, I became quite fond of him. Didn't he ask around about some people went down to the slums, destroyed our house? They talked, made a deal. Despite her feisty appearance, old man Rom loves her. Felt whom had he affectionated. Why was my English so bad? Loves whom he. Who cares? Cares for his granddaughter and felt that returns to his appreciation in kind. Knowing this, I wanted to save them from the insurance targets greedy as well.
There were kind souls, even all the way out here, who'd help others despite being wrapped up in their own problems.
Yeah, they get something out of it. Anyway, you got the deal was by giving up your phone. Even if they were chasing down a thief who stole something they cherished, something they're concerned by, saving some worthless stranger and clumsy, assuring them to not feel indebted. It took 3 whole deaths for Amelia's kindness to touch the core of my very being. Well, duh, you kept trying to help her out. I had to get Amelia's insignia back no matter what. This guy's the biggest simp I've ever heard of, and I know a big simp. I was returned by death 3 times by now, and after overcoming the intense battle in the loot house, I've finally come to face with Amelia again. With fellow Old Man Rom and Vinhard watching, I looked into Amelia's eyes.
My name is Subaru Natsuki. I've got a lot to talk to you about, but I'll set that aside for now if you grant me this one request. I want you to tell me your name.
My name
This
is
guy's
Amelia.
weird.
Just Amelia. Thank you for saving me, Subaru.
Big simp. I took Amelia's outstretched hand into mine, and smiled for her along with her name. Were the only rewards for all of my efforts, but they were more than enough for me. It had 3 times. Wait, 3? Yeah, 3 times. Then this marks the end of my final battle. Well, my first battle would have overcome numerous hardships along the way. Although my stomach still got sliced open in the end, and I quickly lost consciousness. It doesn't show you the battle, really? That's boring. When I woke up, I was at the place where Amelia is staying, inside Roswell's manor. That guy is fucking weird. After surviving the battle at the loot house, I obtained Amelia's true name, her cat fairy's appreciation, and had been offered a nice life at Noble Mansion. If you have or haven't watched the series, basically, before he died those 2 times in that house, he kept going back, was being a simp, and tried to help her out. He died twice in there, those chicks died. He tried making a deal with them to win, or not win, but buy it off. He tried that, it worked, he died again. And then that time he got a knight to help him because he screamed out when he was getting robbed again. And then he helped him to tell him that there's going to be an assassin at this time and place, and he showed up. Amelia still showed because he told her about it. And that's basically what happened. And then she got away still, but she got pretty hurt.
You guys have a personal clown to perform before you eat? Doesn't that get a little pricey?
A clown? What an interesting speculation. I am the owner of this manor.
This guy's so weird.
Years.
Even in the series, he's still weird. Ugh. The sketchy looking dude is the Margrave of this territory, as known as Roswell. He apparently has been helping Amelia out for some reason or another. I do know the reason.
Please show mercy, sir. Spare me and
Ram and
Defile's
Ram.
sister instead.
Please show mercy, sir. Please spare me and Defile's sister.
Please do no such thing, sir. Spare me and violate Rem instead.
Huh? The twin maids tending to him are Ram and Ram. They mess with me using their sisterly love.
It would seem another strange person has
Well, not her.
Eddie cannot fathom what goes on in Roswell's head, I suppose.
Ugh. Last but not least, it's Beatrice. She looks a cute but Drills lolly who reside over the Manor library. She doesn't care about anybody. She's... Having overcome my first recent return by death at the Royal Capital, I was able to start my new life with these rather interesting reasons in Roswell's Manor. She doesn't care about Subaru until like halfway through the series. Ram tries to kill him a lot. Ram kills him once. She makes a deal with Subaru to keep him safe. He still dies because he jumps off a cliff and dies. Ram dies. He dies because of her. It's really weird. I think that happens in like episode 3. Despite all this, I still haven't faced all the trials this world has in store for me yet. A lot of people want Ram and Subaru to get together. I prefer Ram. She mine. During my first day at the manor, I learned about the situation Amelia is currently enjoying breakfast. Since the kingdom of I don't know how the hell to say that, has lost its king, Amelia is one of the royal candidates to succeed the throne. It's like 4 or 5. The signal she's been looking for in the capital was proof of her candidacy for the royal selection. As a reward for helping her get it back, Roswell offered me a blank contract. Basically, he was telling me to name my price.
Go on, tell me what you desire. As it stands, I am in no position to deny you. Now, what do you wish to receive as compensation?
I only want one thing. Let me work in this mansion!
And just like that, I was hard on a servant slot in Roswell's mansion. Wouldn't it be better just to like say, I wish to live here without having to do any work, which would have been the best deal you could have made. So I decided to secure a foundation of my life here rather than ask for a mature conversation, not to mention that this world would help me stay near the girl I like so much. Not bad, eh? Rem and Ram taught me the ways of servitude in the mansion, and I slowly grew closer to Amelia in the process. I began to build up upon my own way of living in this world. This game skips a lot of information.
Subaru Natsuki will make great strides today!
Like what? You die like 5 times, and then you figure out what the hell you gotta do.
What are you two doing in here? Oh, this is so embarrassing! You should have said something!
Sister, our guest is overly familiar with his greeting. Rem, our guest is presumptuously friendly with his greeting.
Why is he not wearing his tux or whatever he wears in the series? What's up with them? They're acting pretty cold, but then it's my confusion has dawned on me. They were calling me a guest like I was some sort of stranger. The past few days I spent here had vanished along with all of my scars from the work I had done. I had returned by death. Because Rem killed you like 6 times, 3 times, 4 times I think. Turns out that the morning was my new save point, and my time and manner included 4 more deaths. I died here more times than I thought when I thought Elysia back in the capital, but it wasn't a matter of my death count up to this point. There are a few things I had learned after returning by death so many times. First, it seemed like I had leaning on witch scent on me. Wasn't because return by death was by the...
You've aligned yourself with the witch, haven't you?
Yeah, the Witch of Enby's scent was all over him because he uses return by death.
The witch?
Don't play dumb with me! Such bald-faced lies will only take you so far when
Oh,
the
that's
foul
right,
stench of
she
the witch is covering you from the inside out!
That's right, she really hates the witch since what happened to Ram. That's right. The other thing is that I can't explain my return by death past to anyone.
Amelia,
Or his
just
heart.
listen!
What?
I can return...
Yeah, his heart gets grasped and starts to feel really weird. I can still feel the fear that struck me in the very moment. Time stops around me as I feel a black hand reach out and stroke my heart. She doesn't stroke it, it crushes it, basically. My soul crumbles from the fear and pain crushing my heart, and then it was then I realized I can't tell a single person about my secret. If I committed suicide, I still return by death. It's not picky about whether I kill myself or someone else because it does. He doesn't kill himself in the series, only once, but that's because he had to do it. And yet no matter how many times I die, I never didn't get used to this. Actually no, he died 3 times because he killed himself all those times. Whenever hard is knowing that no one around me will remember our time together. I'm forced to reforge my bonds with people I've previously grown closer with. My own head fills with an increasing number of memories I only can remember. What was I about to say? There's a theory though, but I don't know about you guys, but a theory is that every time he dies, and that like he just goes to another world or dimension or universe, whatever, and he takes that place. Like whenever he dies, if he were to kill himself, that universe would still go on, but without him. That's what some people, well, a theory that is given to us in the anime, which is pretty interesting to know. Like, does he actually go to another place, or does he actually go back in time? There was a certain memory that all of us managed to return. Not return, retain.
You have some things that Ram doesn't, so you should just accept that. I mean, you're kind, you're a hard worker, and you're incredibly sincere. Even your chest is bigger.
Okay, that's pretty fucked up. And why are you looking there? Still, I love Ram. I don't care.
So glad you're here, Rem. Thank you.
Yeah, Ram falls in love with you. You deny her though, so screw you.
Come on, don't cry. Where I come from, there's a saying that goes, "Speak of next year and the demons laugh." So let it out.
But she is technically a demon.
Come on, Rem.
I believe.
Smile and laugh as we discuss the future. We can start with tomorrow.
What is she again? I can't remember what she is.
We can laugh it out while we talk about what's in store for us then. I've always wanted to talk about the future with a demon, you know.
Well, why won't you... so
You're as
weird.
fanatical as a demon yourself.
Right?
After attaining my death 4 times, I'd always awaken to another new day. A day where I managed to survive the manor and the neighboring villages of Aralam from a group of man-beasts. Well, Roswell was the one to kill them all off in the end, but that was just a small detail to a larger story. That's right, Rem died there. That's why he died 4 times. And he killed himself because of that. Because Rem was going to kill him. But at the end of the day, as thanks to us fighting our way through the incident, I was able to achieve my reward of going on a date with Amelia.
Alright, now let's go on our date.
Date?
We basically go somewhere together and look at the same things, eat the same things, do the same stuff together, and just share our memories with each other.
Not really a date, you just go out with somebody, that's all a date is.
Is that all?
That's all I want.
Yep. This guy's gonna...
Alright,
He would have
then I'll
gone
go on
crazy
this
already
date with
if I'm
you.
dying that many times. I know, I would have. I guess everyone has their breaking point. Depends on how many times you can handle it. Having gone through so much dying 4 more times than I can count, I managed to rebuild my trusting relationship with the residents of the mansion. There's only like 2 maids in there, him, Roswell, and her. That's all that live there. I'd finally obtained the place where I belong after coming to this world.
Hey, Subaru, are you okay?
Just
Does your
thinking.
stomach hurt?
Oh, sorry about that. My stomach doesn't hurt, I'm totally fine.
Cap.
Now then, back to what we were talking about. I don't want
Ah,
to
sure,
waste
that's
even a
is that the clip?
millisecond of my precious time with you.
Ha, such a
Let's
funny
see.
joke.
We were talking about the knowledge I've bestowed upon everyone here, right?
What knowledge?
Yes, you know about so many obscure things.
What knowledge did he give
He
them?
taught the children new games to play and even made them little potato stamps.
Potato stamps.
Oh, and that mayonnaise stuff too.
Mayonnaise, yuck.
That's it. Mayonnaise.
Could have taught them something better than that. The Bonfield mayonnaise concerner, I succeeded in recreating such a jealousy with Rem's help. Why not teach them new crop methods or new types of ways to do things? That would be much better. It's been a huge hit among the villagers. It's an alarming village. What the hell? Oh, the mayonnaise recipe. Too young and an
I
older
feel like
like.
my efforts in the Moppies incident were really diminished, seeing how it's being mentioned in the same line as mayonnaise.
That's right, she wears the cloak because the villagers don't like her.
I put my life on the line for everyone, man.
Yeah, so did Rem, but
I mean,
you don't hear
I
her
went to
talking
help
like
the kids
this.
from the village, only to get bitten by some dogs. And I even saved Rem after she tried to save me in the forest, and got bitten by more dogs.
Yeah, and then she proceeded to save you again.
Then Roswell had to come in and save the day before the dogs bit off even more of me. To think, all that effort is on par with mayonnaise.
Ugh,
Wait, hold up! Did I do anything other than get eaten by those hellhounds?
nope. So I call it a distraction.
Aw,
That's
come
pretty much
on.
it.
Don't fuss over the small details.
He only managed to kill one, and that was thanks to a tree branch he pushed it onto.
But Mealy!
Many of us know how hard you've worked.
He just dies over and over again and then just knows what to do. If you die that many times, you'll
That
figure out what
includes
the heck you want to do.
Roswell, Ron, and Rem especially.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys liked it and all, but I really do like what's happened and so far. You do find out some things about what's happened. The game does cut out a lot of information like how he mainly dies half of it, or, and like what happens to him, and what we like, where he basically befriended the 2 people in the bar. There's like a big whole thing for them. The guy had to ask around for people, information, all that. So the game does take out a lot of information, which I kind of expected, but not this to the point. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.